Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a 2007 Jeep Patriot, which is going to be a full color change. It's silver right now. I'm going to be doing it midnight blue. What's wrong with it? Well, you can see here. It's been side swiped, so I'm going to be changing the doors. Both doors are going to be replaced. Other than that, the car is pretty much intact. It has a couple of little minor dents here and there, but this Jeep is pretty good. It's a pretty good Jeep. It's mostly intact. Some little dents here, as you can see. I guess somebody tried to open the door, but that's going to be fixed. And like I said, guys, it's going to be a full color change, so I'll be spraying the interior, and let's go from there, guys. Okay guys, I'm going to start disassembling this vehicle because it's going to be a full color change. I am going to have to add some sealer just to make the whole vehicle uniformed. The doors that I got for this one are black, so it's gonna have to have some type of uniform color all over. So I'm gonna be putting sealer on it. I'm gonna be sanding it down with 320 and then 400 and 600 wet sand. So let me get to it. Let me start disassembling, and keep on watching. Alright guys, so I'm going to be starting off with the top. I'm sanding it with 320 right now, then I'm going to progress to 400. I'm going to be spraying the top first. It's a big area. I don't want a lot of debris or overspray coming in contact with this once I start spraying the sides. So I'll be spraying this first and go from there. I have a molding here that I can just tape everything up when I'm going to be spraying the sides, so that's a good thing. So let me continue with this, and I'll come back. Alright, the top has been sanded, as you can see. Been sanded with 400 wet sand, so it's ready. The doors have been removed. Everything inside here has been sanded with red Scotch-Brite, so it's ready to spray the sealer that I'm going to be spraying. I'm going to start taping everything up. Like I said, I'm going to be spraying the top, and I'm going to be spraying this area right here. After this, I'm just going to wait 1 or 2 days for it to cure real good, so I can cover that up and go with the other side, and then continue with the exterior. So let me do that. Let me start covering it and go from there. Alright, everything's ready already. Everything's covered up. Everything's ready for the sealer that's coming up. So right now, guys, it's about 3 in the morning, so I'm going to stop right now, but continue tomorrow. And I'll be spraying the sealer and then the base, and get it done. Alright guys, see you right now. Alright guys, I'll be using the Master Pro wax and grease remover right now. So let me start doing that. Alright guys, it's gonna be the first coat of sealer coming up. Alright guys, this is the first coat of sealer. All you need to do, you don't need to add 2 or 3 coats. It's just one coat of sealer and that'll do it. So after this is the base. I'm going to let it set for about 15 minutes and then I'll start shooting the base. So let it dry and I'll come back to you. It's going to be the first coat of base, midnight blue. coat of base, third coat. Alright guys, after 3 coats of base and a control coat just for the metallics to even out, it's ready. It's ready for the clear. So right now I'm gonna let it set for about 15 minutes. Then I'm gonna be using the tack rag, the tack cloth, and wipe it down. That way I can pick up any mist or any residue left over from the base before I start throwing the clear. So let me do that. Let me prepare the clear and let me start doing the tack rag. Real quick guys, after using the tack rag, look at all the debris that I picked up. So it's a good idea to use the tack rag before you throw the clear. You can do it in between coats. I did it in between coats, and I still picked up in the last coat I still pick up some debris. So it's a real good idea to do it guys before throwing the clear. All this would have stayed in underneath the clear. So that's a good tip right there guys. Let me start shooting the clear and let's get to it. Alright guys, the first coat of clear, I'll be shooting it at 32 psi. This is going to be the third and final coat of clear. Alright guys, it's been like about 3 hours since I sprayed this, and it's already dry to the touch, but I'm just gonna let it set overnight and about one more day before I start covering it up so I can start sanding everything else. Let me see if I can show you the midnight blue right there, guys. It came out nice. It came out really good. You can see right there. Let me show you the top real quick. There it is, guys. Alright guys, I'll be removing the left hand side doors. First of all, you take out the connection, disconnect it from there, and use what is it, a 13 millimeter socket to unbolt it down. Let me show you how it's done. Alright guys, now I need to take the door panel off. This rubber all the way around. Take it off, cover it up. The reason I'm taking the doors off, it's a lot easier for me to paint this area and the vehicle. That way I can get coverage, uniform coverage. Alright, everything has been sanded. All the left hand side of the Jeep has been sanded, so I'm going to be covering it up, and I'm also going to be painting the back, the inside of the back. That way everything's all painted from the inside. After this, I'll be painting the doors separately, and I'm going to wait another day so it dries up, put everything back together, seal it up, close it up, and start sanding the exterior. That's the best way to do it when you're painting the inside also. So let me get to it. Let me start covering it up and I'll come back. Alright, the Jeep has been covered. Everything's ready to spray. Next, I'm going to have to start doing with the wax and grease remover. I'll be spraying the left hand side and the back area. So there it is. Let's get started and let's do it. Alright guys, a fresh coat of sealer. Alright guys, some people were asking me what kind of paint I'm using right now, and the color code, that's what I'm using right now. It's Hurricane paint, and that's the color code right there. Alright guys, let me continue. First coat of paint. Alright, after 3 coats of base, it's ready for the clear. I'm going to be adding 3 coats of clear also. So let's get to it. Guys, real quick, this is the clear that I'm going to be using, the Wet Plus. It's a high solids clear, and I'm using the slow activator. It's about 102 right now. So I'll be using the slow activator. So yes, let's get started. Alright guys, the first pass of clear, shooting it at 32 psi. The third and final coat of clear. Alright guys, after 3 coats of base and 3 coats of clear, the door jambs have been sprayed. The door jambs are done. The back of the Jeep also, it's also been sprayed. It's also done. I'm gonna leave this to set about a day and a half. That way I can start putting all the moldings, everything back, so I can close it up. I still need to paint the inside of the doors, so that's coming up next. After that, I'll install the doors back on. That way I can close everything up and start on the exterior. All right here, I'm gonna be spraying the sealer, and the doors are already prepped. I sanded them with the red Scotch-Brite, so I'll be shooting the doors right now. I'm gonna be adding the sealer, then the base and the clear. So here we go. the third and final coat of clear. All right, the doors are ready. The inside of the doors are ready. These have been 3 coats of paint and 3 coats of clear and the sealer. Let me show you the color. See if you can have a better look at the color. It's a real nice color. After this, guys, I'm gonna install them back. Put them back on the Jeep. Start assembling the door panels, the moldings and everything. That way I can close up the Jeep and start with the exterior. There's a process you need to do, guys, if you're gonna change the color of a vehicle. It's a real long, tedious process, but it has to be done, and you'll get a good result. So let me just leave these doors for a day and a half before I start assembling, and let's go with the exterior. Alright, guys, the doors have been installed. All the interior has been painted. As you can see right there, I didn't put any of the door panels on because I need the exterior areas without any moldings. So I'll do that as soon as the vehicle is painted. Right now what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be circling all the little dents that it has so that I can start fixing them. So I'm going to start on the exterior now. It should be a lot quicker, a lot easier. Alright, guys, I'm gonna start on the exterior of the vehicle. I already started with some little, I guess there were little dings that it had. So I'm gonna start in this big dent right here. First of all, what I'm doing, I'm sanding it with 80 grit and just roughing it up for some body filler and getting it ready. So let me do that right now. All right, after sanding it with the 80 grit, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna clean it off and start adding some body filler and continue from there. All right, guys, after mixing the body filler, let's get to it. Guys, before it dries up completely, Just take a razor blade, the parts that I don't want body filler, and just take it off. That's it. All I need is for it to dry, and I'll come back and start with the DA, and then start blocking it. All right, guys. So I'm gonna start sanding the body filler, and I'm gonna be using 180 on the DA, so I can smooth it out. The dents weren't that big, so 180 should do it. Let me get started. All right, guys. I already did this one. There's a couple of people that are saying, how can you be doing it just with the DA? I'm doing it with the DA just enough so that I can feel that feather edge. After that, I go with the block sand. These are very small little dents, so that's all I'm doing. I'm keeping the DA flat as possible, and as soon as I see the feather edge coming out, I stopped so that I can start block sanding the rest. That's how I've been doing it. Never had any problems with it, so I'll continue doing it like that. If it helps you out, great. But if you have a different style of doing little small dents, well, perfect. So let me just continue my way, and that's the way I've been doing them. Right here, guys, I'm getting close to the feather edge, so let me just continue so you can see the process. All right, guys, and this big dent right here, I'm using 40 grit just to tear down the body filler as much as possible. Then I'll progress to like 80 grit and so forth. So let me start doing that. All right, guys, after sanding it, getting it as close as possible, you can see I'm still gonna have to add some more body filler, but there's a style line here. There's a little indentation here that I'm gonna have to address, so that's where the tape comes in. And I'll try to get that style line there. It is, as close as possible. So I'm gonna go a step at a time. I'm gonna do this area first, the bottom one. Peel off the tape and smooth this out, transfer the tape to this side, and do the top one. That way I can have that straight body line right there. So let me get started. Damn, I made a little too much. But that's it. Just let it set and peel the tape, start sanding it. And I think we got it as soon as it dries. All right, guys. I already advanced in the vehicle a lot, so sorry about that. I am by myself, guys. I do this by myself, so sometimes I just get into the work and just get on it. But let me bring you up to date. I already did the style line on this. I already put the tape on the bottom, did the top, did the style line, put some red putty on it, sanded it down, and then put some red putty just for me to cover all those little pinholes and all that might come up. I did that to all these dents right here, and it's ready. It's this side is ready. All I need is this right here, guys. There was a big somebody had keyed it So what I did, I put some red putty, the one that you just saw. I'm gonna let it dry and then just sand it down. I still need all this, the window edge and all that to scuff down. Also, the vehicle was sanded with the DA, roughly with the 320 right now. Almost the entire vehicle has been done. All I need is some little minor things that the DA didn't get to. I need to scuff it down with either a red Scotch Sprite or some other means. But I still need these two doors and this back area right here. This damage that was here, it's already done. As you can see, that red putty is there. It's just for my assurance that there's not going to be any pinholes. So that's it, guys. I brought you back to where I'm at right now. Let me start sanding this two doors with 320 with the DA and go from there. Everything's sanded already. Everything's ready. Everything that needed to be primered is primered. The key scratch that was here, it's already gone. So everything's done. All I need to do is start wet sanding it. I'm probably gonna start with 400 and then progress to 600 wet sand. A lot of people don't wet sand, but I like to wet sand just because it gives you a smoother surface. I still need to put the self-etching primer here and primer on these areas. So yeah, that's it, guys. Everything's been done. I'm not too sure I'm gonna be able to paint it soon. We're predicted a bunch of weather, a bunch of rain. Hey guys, another quick little tip. These headlights on this Jeep are really messed up. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start sanding them with 320. And whenever it's time for me to start clearing the vehicle, I'll clear over those also, and they'll look brand new. So let me start sanding them up and preparing them. And that is it, guys. That's all you need to do to have them ready. Like I said, once I start throwing the clear, I'll just pass a couple of coats of clear on that and they'll look nice. The Jeep has been sanded already. It's been wet sanded with 400. Then I progressed to 600 wet sand. The Jeep is ready. It's ready to be covered up so I can start spraying. As you can see, the body is nice and straight. All the dents that it had been taken out. With the wet sand, like I said, guys, some guys don't like using wet sand, but to me, I love it. It gives me a smoother surface. So that's how I go about doing it. Right now I'm gonna be starting to tape it off with some automotive masking tape. Start covering it up. I'll show you the process and how I do it to cover the inside of the door jambs so that the newly spread door jambs are not gonna get messed up. So let me go and continue and I'll show you how. Real quick, let me show you how I'm covering the door jambs in order for it not to get any overspray inside the doors. One, I'm taping up this area on this side of the door jambs. When I close the door, everything's gonna stick to the other part of the door. So all I need to do is be very careful when I close it. And the bottom part, let me show you right now. Let me just close it up. And like I said, I'm gonna be very careful, making sure everything's aligned. Like right here, I need to bring it down. There you go. That's aligned. That's aligned. And this is aligned. So now I close it up. I need to trim this. This area is going to go back. I'm going to tape it up to the bottom of the wheel well. And the bottom, I'm going to tape it up. I need to cover that molding down there anyways. And this is how I got my perfect line right here. I left a little line of blue from the inside so that it can travel inside a little bit. But that's it, guys. That's the way I do it. It never has failed me. I'll show you once I take it apart. So let me continue. I'm starting off on this door right now, doing the same thing. So let me continue, and I'll bring you back. Alright, the truck has been masked. Everything's ready. Alright, I'm gonna be adding the sealer right now. I already did it with a wax and grease remover. So the first coat will be the sealer, and I'm gonna be shooting it at 29 psi. The sealer has been sprayed. All you need is just the first coat of sealer. You don't need to add 2 or 3. Just one coat, evenly spread, and you're good to go. All that's next right now would be the base color. So let me get that started. You need to wait for about 10 to 15 minutes. I already waited about 15 minutes, so it's nice and dry. Now, after the sealer, you need to get a tack rag, wipe it down just to make sure that all the residue from the sealer, the overspray, is out, so that the base will be a good foundation. So let's get to it. After 3 coats of base, it's ready. It's ready for the clear. I'm gonna add 3 coats of clear also. That will be enough if it needs to be buffed, but I doubt it. The clear coat that I'm using is that wet, and it's an awesome clear, guys. I recommend it. So let me start shooting and get it done. Okay, this is after 3 hours left drying. The Jeep is finished. You can see that nice and shiny. All I need to do is assemble it back and have it ready to go. That's it, guys. This is it. There it is, nice and shiny, nice and straight. And I'll give you a couple of views on the sunlight when everything's assembled so you can take a look at it. There it is, guys. Everything has been assembled. Nice and glossy. It's a little bit dirty right now, but just a little detail and it's good to go. Alright guys, this will be it for this video. Like the video, guys, share the video, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and I'll see you in the next one.